Hello and welcome to a video down on the River Mersey. Now that's an intro I've never done before, and this is a background I've never seen before, because it's not somewhere I fish often, this river, but I actually fished it quite recently, a couple of tides ago, and I had a really good deal on the rays. So I'm back today and I'm with the usual Foul Coast crew. I'm with Tom, Bill and Eddie, and we're going to fish it. And we're fishing a mark called Brunswick docks, and we're just going to see what we can catch. None of us are experts on here, but we're all just going to bring what we've learnt on the Foul Coast and see if we can get some fish out of this estuary. So we're going to get set up now and get the rods out.
The rig I went for on the first rod was a simple 2-hook Wessex rig, and I chose to bait this with lug tipped with squid. I like this rig and bait combo because while it still catches smaller fish like whiting and dabs, I still think a bigger fish such as a ray or a cod might also pick it up.
Well, the first fish of the session didn't take long to come. It's just a little whiting, not very big at all, but I suspect we'll get quite a few of those, but we're just going to get that one back. And second fish, no surprise, is another whiting. Seems that all we're getting is these so far. Bill's just had one and he lost a nicer fish as well, a bigger whiting. Mine too have been small, but pop this one back and carry on. There we go. Eddie's picked up the first ray yet. Happy?
Happy days.
Nice. So Tom's getting a little bit bothered by crabs. He's had a little harbour crab and then a little shore crab here, this little female. I'm wondering if it's because he's a bit closer to the pilings and stuff. It's a bit rougher ground where Tom's casting on, we're not sure, but we've not had one yet. Never mind. Third whiting. It's probably going to be become a bit boring of me showing you these, but we're all starting to catch them now. I think we've all had whiting now. We must have had getting on for 10 between us. But that's my third, so we'll pop it back.
These two yachts came and sat right within our casting range for a few minutes, which I thought was pretty brave considering the 6-ounce grip leads we were throwing, but we managed to not catch one and kept on fishing.
Well, we've been fishing pretty steadily now for probably a couple of hours, and the whiting is starting to come thick and fast. Everyone's had a couple of whites. I think Bill's had 7, so who knows how many we've had between us, but a fair few. Yeah, Eddie's had that little ray. I've been told that the hot period here will be an hour before high to an hour after high, which we're approaching now. So hopefully we start getting bites on the big baits and perhaps get a nicer fish or two. Well, no sooner had I just done that little bit to camera saying we're approaching high tides, so hopefully a bigger fish comes, but this fella came along, a 4.5 pound thornback. So yeah, really pleased with that. It came on the lighter rod, which is why I didn't get the fight, because I didn't dare mess around with the camera while I was playing this fish, because it did go quite well. I'm hoping you can see that. It's hard to know if it's focusing on camera, but yeah, really pleased with that. Let's get it back and hope for a bigger one.
This thornback was about 4.5 pound, and although that's not huge, it still put up a good fight in the building tide run.
There we go, Tom's just picked up a dogfish, first dogfish of the session. I've just had that ray and Eddie's just lost a nice fish, so hopefully we're getting some... yeah, no worries. Hopefully we're getting some nicer fish coming on the feed now. Nice one, Tom.
Yeah, cute.
Fish on this one. If that's a fish, it's a good one.
Yeah.
Ray, I think. I think it's another ray. Might just be a big ass ball of weed. Is it just you?
Yeah, I've got slack. I've got a bite as well.
I think it's a dogfish and Tom's line. There we go. Fortunately, it wasn't a ray. It was this dogfish, and I'd also gone through one of Tom's lines, so it made it feel pretty heavy. So I got a little bit excited there, but never mind. Get this dude back. Well, I realised I filmed the smaller bait, but I didn't actually film what I was fishing with on the big rod. What I basically got is a pulley pennel. It's a clip down as well, if you can see that. So it all clips for a nice long cast, even though we're not casting too far here. And the bait is just squid, just like that. And that's hopefully going to be good for a cod, perhaps a ray, most likely a dogfish. We'll give it a go. I've just missed quite a good bite on that big squid bait that I put out. It was banging away and then it slackened off, and I picked the rod up, I could feel it, I hit it, and I just pulled out of it. But it's a shame because I suspect that was a ray, but you never know, not to worry. Dogfish there for me. Quite a good bite, but it's on the smaller rod, so I didn't think this one was a ray, but nice fish nonetheless. Well, just kind of out of boredom, I've just literally dropped one right down the wall, literally just off the rod tip, just to see if I could pick anything else up. And I've caught a little eel, which isn't the sort of bass or something I was hoping for, but it's another species. So, I suppose you want to see me unhook it. Unhooked. There we go, only a matter of time. Yep. Not easy to hold, but I shouldn't have done this, but it's another fish. Let's get that straight back.
I do recommend fishing a rod down the wall, as I think had I done this earlier in the tide, I may have picked up a few more interesting catches.
Well guys, I think that session is now coming to an end, and it's been a fantastic session. As you can see, we've got a beautiful sky behind me, it's a lovely view, and as that ebb's got going, we've really found that it's just got too much pull and it's taken out the lines. To finish up, Tom's just had a nice rain, a couple of whiting. I didn't actually manage to film it because it was a bit chaotic, but I got a bit of video. But in the tide, its lines tangled up, and the ray ended up swinging right down here, taking a few lines out, and in the centre of his line he got snagged. But luckily, using my line, we managed to hook the ray end of the line and hand line the ray in, if that makes sense. But anyway, I'll pop another picture of that in here. It's been a great session. I've had a lovely ray of 4.5 pound. We've had some other species, handful of whiting, handful of dogfish. We've all caught those. I picked up a little eel down the edge, which was something new, wasn't it? So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's a bit different. I've certainly enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.